wonder if talking to Yes Man does reward us with experience too. I'm gonna talk to him really quick.
Oh, hi again. Can I help you with something else?
Mr. House is out of the picture already.
You already took care of Mr. House? Wow, you work fast. Come back later if you need anything.
Okay, I don't know how much further I can go without ruining my chances with working with the NCR, so I think I'm just gonna leave him there. I'm not gonna ask him to join me at the Lucky 38. But for now, I think we need to go to a vendor first because we have some carbines we can sell. Even though obviously at this point we're in pretty good shape when it comes to caps thanks to the Sierra Madre trip.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something?
We got ourselves about 6,000 caps from selling all those guns. Didn't really need anything in particular because we're good on ammo and whatnot. And now that we're outside, we can actually use our rifles. Okay, so onward to the Brotherhood bunker. I think we're probably going to have to pick up Veronica as well. But yeah, so let's go pick up Veronica and then head over to the Brotherhood. All right, here we are at the 188 trading post where we left Veronica just saying, hey, to us as we walked by. Does she say it again? Say it again. Say it again.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
The grave.
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
Y'all live in a hole in the ground?
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need.
So you just leave them in the bunker?
Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
Go ahead.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
They're usually harmless unless you use advanced technology around them.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway?
Hoover Dam.
Huh. Just on your way to do a little heavily fortified sightseeing. Kind of a thrill seeker, aren't you? I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Help each other out.
Y'all don't look like much. What can you bring to the table?
Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings.
Where are y'all hoping to go?
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from.
All right, let's travel together.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Long as you're more honest with me from now on.
Sure, just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh? A bunch of shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them.
What?
Gee, where have I heard that one before?
We're referencing someone that I... Oh, okay. Okay, let's go on an adventure, Veronica. This is probably not going to end well if you're just hanging out in your robes there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Black Mountain. We're going to go do a little bit of that. Because that's one of the locations where you discover the one of the Lost Brotherhood patrols. And I should have been doing that from the get-go, but I just forgot. So I think this way is one of the ways we can actually get to Black Mountain. Pretty sure. So I'm going to go this way. And we're going to take out some super mutants along the way and maybe ask and answer some questions / have a conversation. I said that in like the longest, weirdest way possible. What is your worst experience in any Fallout? And I would say most of the boss fights in Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. You guys can actually see that. That series was done. Kite and myself played Fallout Brotherhood of Steel co-op, and we played through the entire thing. You can see it on the channel. But the boss fights and towards the end especially, those boss fights were a chore. There was so much ammo usage, an incredible amount of time required to actually get through all the phases of the final boss. It was just not a good time. I didn't really enjoy that last part too much, but we were real grateful when it was over. Both Kite and myself were glad to have that experience, though, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, knowing how bad it could have been if Interplay kept making Fallout games in the franchise, kind of thing. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and check out the Fallout Brotherhood of Steel playthrough, especially towards the end. I'm not asking you to watch the entirety of it, because some of it is pretty bland, and I think it's chapter 2. Chapter 2 is when the game gets really dark visually, like really dark and really hard to see things, because the City of Ghouls its color palette is like green and black, mostly black, because there's like pitfalls and stuff like that in it. It really just doesn't look good, and that's of course subjective on my side, of course, but from what we experienced, I had the hardest time like editing and putting all that together in chapter 2 because of how dark it was. I had to brighten it quite a bit. But yeah, what was your worst experience in any Fallout game? I am expecting at least a couple of Fallout 76 related comments on that, because of that's a very divisive Fallout game. Some people might even say, any of the Fallout DLCs that people didn't like. Let's see, we got a rad scorpion here. Oh, this bullet's gonna go right through the thing. Say hello to my high level. Oh, there's more coming. Veronica, get ready. Nope, that one's dead. Go punch it. Get it. Okay. Come back towards me. It's dead. Yeah, there are some DLC experiences that were not my favorite as well. Like Mothership Zeta, that was one of my least favorite in Fallout 3, simply because it didn't feel like it fit at all with the rest of Fallout 3's bleak outlook and kind of theme. Whereas the Pit, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that DLC. So, but it all has to do with preference as well too. So anyway, yeah. What's your worst experience in any Fallout? And side, what was your best experience? What was your favorite experience in any Fallout game? I would like to know both. And which feature from older Fallout games would you like to see in a new one? And they were saying they really miss faction armor. So this game has faction armor. You dress up, as we did with the White Glove Society. And then you are disguised as a member of that faction. It puts your reputation at normal temporarily during that time too, which is really nice. So let's see. From a previous Fallout game, the reputation system is nice. I think the karma system is a little bit like, you don't need the karma system and the reputation system at the same time. Like, you could have a general reputation for the wasteland. So basically you could combine both karma and reputation into one mechanic, and I would like to see that in a future Fallout game. I would like to see the reputation type system come back, so you have some sort of disposition that you put off towards other wastelanders. That gives you a chance to roleplay a little bit better too. If you want to play an evil character, you have the evil aura around you that people notice, and that should be a thing. You shouldn't have to like open your mouth first, and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna do something evil," and then they start responding that way. They did that a lot in Fallout 4. While I liked a lot of the main character being able to speak, and Brian T. Delaney doing a pretty bang up job on playing as the sole survivor. some of the responses from NPCs when you said a certain thing would completely flip 180. But I'm sure the other games have that effect as well sometimes. I hope Veronica doesn't die. Okay, her health is fine. I remember seeing specifically like or having situations where party members had gotten poisoned and then died, but it's good that she didn't. Thanks for surviving, Veronica. I appreciate you. I don't know what other mechanics would you guys like to see return in a newer Fallout game? Would it be the reputation system? Would it be durability? I liked durability returning in Fallout 76. It was sorely missing in Fallout 4. In the Fallout 4 playthrough. Wow. It just disappeared. I like how it disappeared. I don't know why I just aimed at its legs. Could I shoot the body? There we go. There we go! That's what I'm talking about. I have this one up here. Sneak attack. Bam! And it's dead. I like this rifle. Did I mention that? Did I mention how cool this rifle is? I haven't used it until you guys suggested it, by the way. I like how these gameplays go. I also like the little glitch where the distant enemies are kind of having a hard time.
Over here.
Can I do this? Can I do it this way? Shoot the tail? Man, my aim is so good. Look at that. Gunslinger action right there. Oh my goodness. What is your favorite Fallout enemy to fight? That is a good question. My knee-jerk answer would probably be Deathclaws, just because they're deadly, difficult, dangerous. You know, other D words with Deathclaw. Also, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Deathclaw. Pretty basic answer, I know. I don't know. What are you guys' favorite enemies to fight? If this were talk about Oblivion, that comes to mind. One of my favorite enemies to fight, just because of how they reacted physics-wise, was the Grummites in Oblivion, because they were slippery. Their bodies had low friction with their physics, so you would shoot them, and if they were on a hill, they would just slip and slide down the hill, and it was hilarious every single time I killed one. But yeah, that's one of those things that was just silly. Okay, so here we are in Hidden Valley. Suddenly it is dirt time. Oh, that's weird. That's a weird transition. It's nighttime and then it's super duper dark. Oh wait, no, I broke the effect. Did I break the effect? I think I did. Or maybe it's the time, because they operate at night, right? Okay, yeah. I think it's turning into daytime. I hope I didn't break it entirely. I can't remember which one is the Brotherhood of Steel bunker. I get confused almost every single time. But I have a feeling it's the one over here. Pretty sure. And then once we find it, then we'll be able to go to Black Mountain, which is right nearby. It's not that one. Is that Black Mountain over there? I don't even remember, dude. But I think this is the proper bunker right here. This looks about right. Good job, Veronica. I didn't see you, but okay. You go down here. I'm gonna open this door. Yep, this is the right one. Okay.
Hold on, I've got this.
Haha.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
Okay. So I'm Should I just ask her what that's about, or just walk in? I'm just gonna walk in. Hello? And then we're gonna just walk right in, okay.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Can I ask for you right now?
Ramos?
Hey yourself, kiddo.
Ha, he called you kiddo. Okay, so let's go and talk to the Elder, and then learn about what we can do to help out the Brotherhood of Steel, and possibly get rid of their. I don't know if there's a peaceful solution with the NCR. I don't know if there is, but I always forget the layouts of these bunkers. I think it's back this direction. Pretty sure this way, right? Okay, here we go. So then this way, right? I think. I'm pretty sure. Aha! There he is, the Elder.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Alright, I'll look for him.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Okay. Now, we need to go find the missing Brotherhood patrols, which we had already planned to do, but now we actually have the quest to do so.
You're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Go ahead.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
How do y'all propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
What do I get out of helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. And when that happens, it will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it.